and welcome back to part 2 of Vectorman, where today we're going through the second zone of the game, basically, all the mines and such. And the way that you need to learn how these works is that these big foreground buckets being lifted and lowered, you can stand on them to go through other platforms. It's not just a matter of going up through them. If you stand on one, you'll go down through a ledge as well. So it's going to be the origin of all your progression. Make sure to find this TV specifically because it's a full heal. Whereas while I was beelining straight for it, because I always remember it's there on every playthrough, because I know I was low from before. But this is also the first level that replays an old level theme. Like, we've heard this level track before. Which is a shame this game doesn't have like a unique track for every single level in the game. Because this, and again, also the soundtrack, it's alright. Like, it's not the best, like, especially compared to some of the other stuff on the Mega Drive, but it certainly isn't bad either. Like it's never, like, I wouldn't say it's completely forgettable, and I wouldn't say it's completely bad. It's just, there's better out there. But it's just the fact that they just, I guess, either didn't have the budget or didn't have the time to make more tracks. You have a bunch of levels late game that just reuse the first half of the game's level themes. But this is what I mean, like some of these are going down, so if you jump up on them and then ride them down, you will go through this platform we're standing on. And this level, I think, is also where I get my health upgrade. I think that there's a checkpoint coming up, and if you like jump the gap, there's a health upgrade. One that I could do with as I'm getting shot the hell again. And this boss is very easy to just get hit by. Yeah, this is the checkpoint, so it's like, you have to kind of long jump it. Like, right there. Yeah, got it. So it was like an electric ball of health. Now we have 5 units. There are more, and you can get quite a few more, but we're gonna be fine. But we've got the shotgun. The biggest thing about this boss is just keeping your distance. Because every time you hit it, it will spit out because of it, and every now and then it will start charging at you. Which is why you see me jump like a moron, because I never know when it's going to charge. Ah, there it is. Oh god! Ah, let me go! Oh, it's dead. Never mind. Just pushed me into a wall and held me there for a minute. So, wow, we really didn't get much in that level. Ooh. Oh god, it's another mini-game based boss. Right, the way this one works, if you go too low, you'll fall off the edge. But you have to destroy these, so... Ow! Let's go up here. Ooh. Uh-oh! Okay, not easy to fall off, got it. To be fair, like the other like mini-game-esque boss thing, it isn't long. I say the level's only giving you a minute to do it. It's really not that long. It's just... all of the little mini-game things feel like easy deaths. I think it's the only way to really put it. Like, it feels like it's way too easy for you to just lose lives because you're doing a different gameplay formula to what you're used to. And it's very punishing. But there's that go. And I will argue that it gets worse in the next one. But now it's time for even more reused stuff, because this poor game... I do enjoy it. I have to keep on like specifying it. I do very much enjoy this game. It's just such a shame of how much of it got reused or reworked. Because I guess just lack of budget. I can only assume. I'd like to think it wasn't just lack of interest, because otherwise why did they fucking make it? And make a sequel. But yeah, this game has a lot of... Oh god, there's the car transformation. You can't really jump with this thing, but it goes super fast and will break through certain walls. But this is already reusing the first level's aesthetic, just with a different background. But to be fair, I say all this, but maybe it was because of like the visuals for this game. Compared to a lot of other on the Mega Drive, although it's not intensive as say Sonic 3, it was also still, like, you know, not bad. It's pretty good. So maybe it was just over-testing the engine, so they had to reuse assets. Otherwise, the Mega Drive would have, like, suffered. Which then instead makes me wonder what it would have been like if this was on the Saturn instead. But I say that, but if it was on the Saturn instead, I probably wouldn't have played it. Because I didn't really grow up with the Sega Saturn. After the Mega Drive, the next time I touched a Sega console was the Dreamcast. I completely skipped the Saturn. It was when I was much older I came back and played very, very specific titles on it to see what they were like. And even then, most of them were titles that were on the Mega Drive too, but they just had a Sega Saturn version. That and Sonic Jam, just because I was curious about how the very first version of 3D Sonic actually went down. Which, to be fair, it's not bad. It's dated, and you can tell it's just one giant, like, test. But it's not bad. The little playground they give you to mess around with it's alright. I just hope one day I'll be able to, you know, fucking cover Sonic 3. That's another one of those games where if it ever becomes available to be covered, like by being on PS4 or PS5, everything else is getting dropped so I can cover it. Because I love Sonic 3. Sonic 3 is the very first video game I ever played. So I'm always going to have a sense of bias towards it, obviously. But even beyond that, it's easily the best Sonic game of the original trilogy. And I know it's each to their own opinion-wise, but I've always find it baffling when people say Sonic 2 is better. Because it's like, have you seen Sonic 3 to the end? Its level design is amazing. They're so explorative and adventure-like, and there's enough verticality and horizontal exploration that every level feels alive and unique. I have a much better time remembering the levels of Sonic 3 than I ever have done Sonic 2. And Sonic 3 doesn't frustrate me anywhere near as much. As much as I always joke about Sandopolis sucking, Sandopolis never has annoyed me as much as the Metropolis Zone in Sonic 2 did. Oh, this is another level where we got building like structures that we can bomb the crack open. I think you can break those containers with the flowers in it to get stuff, but you need like a certain weapon. There's a lot of that in this game. I know we haven't really shown it off and probably won't for most of it, but there's a lot of things in the background or foreground that you can straight up shatter if you have the right power up or the right weapon. That will get you extra goodies, so they usually are worth going for. Ow. What's this? Oh, that's to get through here, because it's the drill. Which, once again, transformation power up, you're invincible, so make sure to catch that enemy before we left. Before the mode ended. Oh, this is the invincibility, let's book it. Fuck. There we go. Checkpoint, nice. When he tried to jump on us and it just died. Can we break? No, we need a power up for that. Probably the bomb. Or the car, because it's sideways. Also, have you seen that we've got fire extinguisher with mouths as enemies? This is where we're at. All the enemies do have names, and it does tell you in the credits what everything is, but oh well. So if I had more health, I would have shown you what I meant last part by saying that you have an active damaging hitbox at like the initial frame of a double jump. Because that turret on the edge there was lined up that if we double jump right next to it, we probably would have hurt it. It's just, I wasn't prepared to take the risk when we're only 1 unit of health. I'm not really prepared to take the risk either when we've only got 2, but... These little, like, almost moth-like enemies, these guys that fly around, they're the only enemy in the game that I actually, like, straight up really don't like. Just because later on in the game, they become infinitely respawning. Oh, that's a warning of a boss fight if I've ever seen one. Oh, hello. Oh, I remember you. Yeah, you've only got 2 attacks. This is the first one. Well, I say it's 2 sequences of attacks. Because it will go into like a one where it goes more a long ways like this. But then when it finishes it, it will straight up stop and then start up a new attack. And this is its only other attack kind of thing. Where it will slowly walk at you and shoot out if you're too close to it. And then once it's done like a full cycle, walking all the way and walking all the way back, it will then go back into the pattern, and it will do the first thing it then, where it does the, this. This is the exact same pattern. It doesn't have anything else. There's no real randomness to it. None of the bosses are particularly complicated in this game, which I don't mind. It's a Mega Drive game. Bosses shouldn't be overly complicated. And that's not me taking a jab at the console. It is literally, at the time, look at most games and their boss fights. They weren't trying to be overly complicated. They were just trying to challenge you. I am aware we're running out of time though, so this thing needs to die soon. Come on. Hey, there we go. I was getting a little concerned then. I was looking at the timer and I was like, we probably passed the time power up because this level's a bit tight otherwise. Especially because we kind of like powered on through it pretty quickly. Like, we're making progress through this game really damn quick. This will definitely be 3 parts. Day 10 superstructure. We're back in that first levels design again, but now it's a sunset. Thank you. To be fair, I like the level. I like the theme of this level. Like the track. It's got just the right enough amount of like build up, because we are in the later half of the game now. Damn it, that wasn't worth it. I was hoping they would all be dead. But this is what I mean. Like, these guys will just keep on infinitely respawning if you give it time. So you just gotta pick your moment and go for it. What did I pick up? Oh, I got the shotgun. Okay. Didn't mean to jump into you. Ow. But yeah, I've got whilst I'm recording this, I am preparing for the Ganyu event in Genshin Impact, and I might do a video on that, so don't be surprised if you get another video, because by the time this uploads, it'll be out, I think. It'll either come out the previous night, or it will outright be out by the time this goes live. So, I want to do a video for that, because I want to start doing more, like, Genshin stuff. Like, every time there's a new plot quest or event, just record little bits and pieces of me going through it, not just the boss fights and odd little random moments. Because I am thoroughly loving that game, and still am, even after it's been all these months since launch. I'm still on it in my free time almost every day. There's a breakable wall there. I knew it had to be somewhere if it weren't right in front of me. Even if this is a dangerous place to be in. And so I just thought, why not do videos for it? And what will be interesting is you'll be able to, hopefully, work out the exact video when I transfer the PS5. Because I've seen just how much of an upgrade the game gets visually, through frame rate and loading and, well, everything on the transfer. This power-up is like, this is the only power-up that's kind of weird. The little jetpack power-up. That was probably like a secret path just above us or something that I could have got to if I'd gone down and round. But I just... I don't know, I've just never been keen on that one. I rarely remember it even exists, and I'm just like, yeah, it's there? Oh, okay. Let's get a move on. Can't break that. Shooting straight down is a good way of stutter stepping your jump if you're not sure of what's beneath you. Just understand that if there's an enemy right beneath you, by the time you put it on screen for your damage to hurt it, there's no way you'll be able to kill it in time before you touch it. Did we trade? Yeah, we did, damn it. Oh, that was what I did there. Like, the actual boost of the jump was what killed it. I didn't actually shoot a single shot into it. Like, not a shot hit it even. The only other thing I'll criticize about this game is that levels sometimes just end. Like, there's no end flag or end symbol that lets you know you're approaching the end of an act. It just stops sometimes. Fuck, this is the one I was on about earlier. This is the minigame based level that you just die in. It just sucks. You gotta follow round the gap and shoot through it, but the gap that you can shoot through also lets electric loose. So I usually don't bother, just tank the damage and try and power through it as quick as I can. Because you don't even get that much time. You don't even get like a full minute like you do with the other ones. You get like 40 seconds. Like, we're already down to nearly out of time. It just needs to die now. Oh, I'm amazed I didn't get hit there. Okay, it's dead. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. So next time on Vectorman, we will probably be wrapping up the game because there's only like a few levels left. But thanks so much for watching. You guys take care now.